Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another exciting episode of Team Fortress TV and our invite coverage this season 26. We've got froyotech versus Velocity. I am Ro, joined with Console on the cameraman, and we'll have another caster along down the road. But for now, it's just gonna be me. So we're just gonna quickly go through these rosters real quick. Not a lot to talk about pregame. We've already got 12 in server, so we'll just be getting to it very shortly. Froyotech currently leading the standings in invite right now. We've got Banny, Blaze, Assassin, Sai, and Eric. Banny and Eric the scouts, Blaze inside the soldier, and Assassin the demo with Shade on medic. Sai's a recent pickup by Froyotech. And over on Velocity, we have Bear the medic, Jarrett the demo, Kryptonite, Marmaloo, Knuckles, and Shamu on scout. And joining me is Marxist with the clutch. Right after I already read off the rosters, Marxist, talk to the people.
Can I take a rain check on that for a sec so I can change my
man,
push to talk
you
button?
get your alcohol, you do your thing, and we'll get back to you in a bit. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is Velocity versus Froyotech. I'm being joined by Marxist, coming in with the clutch. So we're gonna get to avoid listening to just my voice for 30 minutes straight. That's a blessing.
What?
Hello?
Yeah, I still haven't changed my push to talk yet, and I need STV info.
I got you covered, bro.
Then I
Do your
will
talking.
be there. Yeah. So I literally just got back from a meeting of some kind and got this message. So I'm parachuting in on this cast.
You should say base jumping. No? Well, we're going live right now. Players are picking their sides. Froyotech going to be on the blue team. Velocity on the red. This is Snakewater, in case I didn't mention it before. We're going to be going live now as soon as the green tech shows up. And Marxist, we'll get to you in a bit, but we're going to be going into this mid first. And then we'll be talking about cool stuff when we get to an inevitable stalemate that is Snakewater.
No way, dude. They're coming out of those windows like fire tonight. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's all about that air strafe bug that needs to be fixed. Anyway, moving forward, we got Assassin getting very early on top of Jarrett. Gonna get an early sticky on Shamu, who's gonna be waiting very patiently for a sticky, and Habib doing a very good job of denying a lot of players here. It's gonna open up the door for Banny, who's a little bit delayed, and Sai Guy, who's playing up top. Not Banny, I'm sorry. That's not Banny. That's Blaze. How could I make that mistake? Blaze now in the kitchen, gonna be going forward. He jumps in, calls it out, but gets taken down immediately by Kryptonite there. Not being able to get anything, but Shade is currently on the crit streak, and they're at 95%, getting ready to pop it. Habib's charging up a shot now. He's looking for the target, but he's got to get the med right now. If he doesn't get it, it's over. Oh, misses the shot, but gets on the demo at least. Very good consolation frag, but Bear is safe, and the rest of the players are coming in with a panic attack, I think I heard. Saiga will be able to pick up on a Kryptonite just before getting down by Samurai Shamu, the scout. And Blaze is the only player left alive on that respawn. Bear managing to stay alive and holding on to that Uber.
Yeah, we've seen Shade go crits a lot in the past, especially in the first round. It's Shade's version of BM and or fun. Only Shade
First round,
knows.
yeah.
And the key defect there was critzing on Habib is fine, especially with what we saw him do on Granary. You can check that clip out on Twitch after the game, of course. But you want to have somebody else around for when Habib gets attacked after having shot everything, and that was not present. Blaze and Marmaloo are going to trade out. There is a sniper present as well. I haven't mentioned the sniper because he really hasn't done anything. Uber is popped. Jarrett is going to fall to Habib, and that is going to turn this Uber into a very sad day.
Oh, nice shot from Banny, who's actually the only clips I remember of Banny were on Snakewater, in fact, with a triple headshot at one of the I-series. I believe it was I-52. Doing a good job there, taking down the soldier, and Nuck might get caught out here. Does manage to pick up Blaze before getting taken down at very low health. He had like single-digit health there. Still got the frag there. So Froyotech are going to lose, unfortunately, their Blaze. Evening things out. Bear currently at a big Uber disadvantage, but we'll see how Froyotech take advantage of it as they work their way through the saw.
Yeah, and they do actually need to hurry up a little bit because Bear's Uber is building, and as long as Bear can escape, he's going to make the quick surf down there. There is a demo pressuring now. Aviva's going to fall. Marmaloo's going to trade out. But as I was alluding to earlier, they are not capping this point very quickly, and Bear's Uber is now in play. Will they stand here and let it be popped, or are they going to do stuff? Bear is at half health. They still haven't made a decision yet. Froyo's still playing this pretty softly. He's gonna take, well, actually Shamu saves Bear probably, and the Uber by dying, by body blocking that rocket. They are still super tentative here, and it's bad for Froyo because the respawn time for Velocity is too great. And Banny's actually gonna get taken out by Bear as well. One of the best frags you can get. Habib is going to fall as well. And now this Uber is going to come loaded to second. They may not even have to use it, but I would to kill Shake.
Yeah, Shake currently in lobby. They're going to be going forward with this, I believe. They don't want to really give up this point for free. They're playing a little passively, though. I think they're just going to be holding lobby at this point. They're playing very passively here. froyotech trying to hold on to the lead. Velocity, one of the teams fighting for a slot in the playoff seeds. Currently in the 3rd or 4th, or maybe even the 5th seed right now, maybe even 6th, I can't remember. But they are vying for that position, and a win against froyotech might actually be a big thing for them, and they're currently in the, the driver's seat. Marmalou going to be going in deep. Doesn't get taken on the SMG, so close. Finally, a fadeaway rocket from Blaze will pick that off. Eric charging up another shot through the lobby, going to grab onto Shamu here in a second. If he doesn't stand still, no! Eric takes the shot on the poor Shamu. And we're going to be seeing Shade walking forward with Banny just walking right into the face of Kryptonite. Kryptonite hiding around the back, and Blaze actually getting taken out by Nuck. It's going to make this a little bit hard, but Banny's just walking forward, pistoling down Jarrett. So close. Finally, Eric cleans that up as he was able to switch off the sniper onto the scout. And the Uber is forced off by Shade, but Bear has his Uber, but he's getting very pressured over here, milking to the very last drop, and just kind of pops it. Not even going to go to the point or anything.
Yeah, the initiative had completely gone out of them, so ideally they would have just left instead of hanging around there. You got to make these decisions quickly. You can't just wait to see what happens, or it's never going to turn out. And unfortunately, that's going to cost Velocity some Uber there, because they had the chance to do something and chose to let it pass them on by. Kryptonite's going to fall in a sticky trap. Froyo looks like they want to move along the outside here. That Psy guy coming on the sidewalk, but nothing doing right now. Just a little bit of exchange of spam. You want to see Velocity start to back up because of damage. Blaze and Shamu are essentially going to trade out here, and so Eric is going to get isolated in kitchen. Now this is go time for Velocity if they can get the health. Banny's going to fall as well, hanging out there, and also a flanking Nuck is in, and he's doing nothing right now. Can the soldiers follow up?
We do see Kryptonite top of the pipe, going to be getting some good spam onto Shade, who forces off the Uber. Habib's not really going to be able to connect on anything outside of the demo man Jarrett, which is definitely a good trade, but they do not have the Uber advantage to stay into the point. So now second will be taken, but with the demo down, they are not afraid to go in. Blaze immediately getting taken down, though, by some very good timing from the players defensively playing it. They are going to get the point here, but Velocity are very split right now. Shamu actually has managed to sneak behind, and he could even potentially go for it, but no, Banny does manage to stop him with the pistol. Currently a player hiding in Cheese. Does get caught out by Habib. The sticky will notify him of that, and his side guy will be able to pick him up as he tries to work his way to the ground. Velocity now backing up to the midpoint. Can't really do anything else here. That's the best they could do. Uber's trading, so it's about even on both sides, but now with Marmalou down, they gotta be very careful about defending this mid.
Yeah, I think the instinct on Velocity was to go for a back cap, and they ended up running into the hole of Froyo and did their flank. And so that was pretty much the end of the affair there. Now we see Froyo pushing in. Big bomb from Habib. Lands right on top of everybody. Is going to kill Jarrett. Deal some more damage. Banny's following up. So are the Soldier Kryptonite's going to fall, and so is Marmalou. Psy Guy grabs him with the shotgun, and that is going to leave only Bear. And Bear is being hunted by Blaze. He will get that medic frag he so desires. Nuck is actually going to come out of forward spawn and die, as well. Shade going to secure that frag. And now, I mean, Velocity is basically naked. So here they go.
Straight from lowers, Banny taking the Uber into the face of Jarrett, takes him down immediately, goes over to the left side, getting time on the point. Actually, Soldier bombs in. Marmalou going to get taken down by the nice little stickies on the point, and that'll be the round. Very clean, very simple, very predictable. froyotech holding on to last, and then steamrolling back to the other last.
Velocity had a lot of opportunities that round. They just let them slip. They did the opposite of Eminem. And they just need to stop pausing. They're winning, and it's like, oh, we can't believe we're winning. Stop!
This is too much power. No one man should have all this much advantage on froyotech, but That's going to be working against Velocity. If Blaze jumps around the corner, gets some good damage on the Kryptonite. Might be able to get it, but no, Kryptonite gets the air shot instead. Bear getting taken down by Saigai, though. That's very huge. Now it's a desperate push onto Shade, who actually took a lot of damage. So they're going to get followed up on Shamu. He's so low. The half health. Jumping in is going to be Jarrett trying to throw some pipes. Can't quite connect it. Kryptonite, who's all the way back, won't be able to do anything as well. He's just opting to go back to last. Set up for the last ult.
Yeah, that'll be what they end up doing. They might drop a little spam onto 2. Nuck is already sniper. We'll see what they're... Yeah, he's running out in the lobby is Nuck, so maybe he can change the game here. He has lots of targets. Marmalu's going to get the frags. Marmalu's going to get another one onto Habib, and that's going to be great. Essentially, they baited their sniper there. Shade has 30 health. He is going to be forced to pop basically completely out of the fight. And there is an Eric attempted a back cap. He is escaped through lower, will not be free though. They'll clamp down on him there. And huge play there from Marmalu to secure the frags and get in behind as well. Really nice. Maybe the best play I've seen from Marmalu all season.
So now we find ourselves in a position where Velocity now have that advantage, but it's very small and getting smaller by the second. Before they had enough time to maybe pop the Uber as soon as they get it and get into mid and try and catch out the other medic, Shade. But Shade is not that far behind now and will be at 75-80% now that they have gotten their Uber. They are pushing from lower here, but they got to move fast because Shade is very close, 90% now. Players are just peeking in. They're going to be able to grab Eric, and they might be able to take the point here. Before this Uber, we do see a bomber from the Soldier. Blaze going very high up. Can't quite connect that second rocket, though. He will go down, and Shade is calling for the team to get out. They do not have the numbers. Very good decision on their part. But Kryptonite is getting a little aggressive here, and Saw isn't going to get taken down, though. Everyone else on froyotech are playing very safe. Very, very cautious.
Yeah, I was worried we were going to see a repeat where they paused when they realized they're winning, but it just bombed forward with reckless abandon, and now they're all over them. This is going to be a bad Uber for both sides, really. It's going to end up being slightly worse for Bear, and they've got a lot of Froyo in their midst here, but Blaze is going to go down. We'll see if anything more can get secured, because this is one chaotic fight. Jarrett and Shamu are going to fall, and that is going to be the beginning of the end for Velocity, but Shade's going to go down to Marmalu. They forgot about the dog himself, and that will cost them their medic.
Yeah, and he came running to the sound of Shade whistling the tale of "I've survived this long," and yeah, Marm played fetch, got the drop. So now with Shade down, we're gonna be seeing a new advantage. Shade now just getting to the forward spawns, 70% advantage here, very huge. I don't see how they can mess this up. They can mess up pushing in, but I don't see how they can mess up the super advantage.
I would have liked to have seen them press there because they had fewer players, but the Froyo had no medic. And I always like to play that sort of situation, but they chose to just stay safe and come in now with this. They're getting beat up pretty bad, and there's also an Eric behind them. Nuck is going to trade out for Blaze. And the Uber is popped now. They're going to try to get in here. Habib's going to get juggled a little bit, but not a lot's going to be doing there. They may find a Banny. He is causing a big distraction, though, and that's going to let Froyo come back out. They don't even have Uber. Kryptonite's going to fall. Marmalu's going to get Eric. And Froyo actually has fewer players, but we see Velocity running away.
That's because of that huge Uber advantage now on the side of Shade. They're going to be working their way into the window here, trying to make their way through the saw in a very sneaky way. They're going to get caught up by the players on the fence, and a big bomb from Marmalu is going to come in very nicely angled, but can't quite connect with the players. They were playing very cautiously while working their way through. Bear is building up that Uber very slowly now. They aren't going to have it in time to defend the second point, but if anything magical can happen underneath, no, Shim cannot quite win that 1v2. He gets taken down, and Shade is now pushing with the rest of the team into lower. They have a lot of time here. They could potentially catch out Bear with this Uber, but 9% is a lot. And now the Uber is just coming in through the shutter. They haven't popped up, of course. They are getting Banny on top of the point. He's getting onto Nuck. Gets taken down thanks to the Habib sticky. The Ubers are getting forced off on both sides. Marmalu's going to try and get up behind, but nice little pipe there is going to take some good damage. Nice little flash will save him, though. Bear is very low here. He's saving the players. froyotech are currently winning every other fight, though, because the Uber was very separated from the rest of the team, and Bear can't save everyone. Just save Marm.
Yeah, that's a scenario where when you know you're going to be Ubered into like that and you have Uber in open space, you need to start approaching to fight them with a class other than Scout. Because what happened there is by the time Bear got pressured and popped, two of his teammates were already dead. And then you've lost.
So going into this mid, we do see a lot of damage on a Jarrett. Very low, getting healed up finally by Bear. Blaze gonna be bombing in around the corner, getting on top of Kryptonite once again. Can't thread that needle and gets cratered as a result. Eric in the face of the other scout getting peppered away. Doesn't even get taken down. That was very weird getting in the face. Not dying at all. Shamu finally getting cleaned up by some nice stickies from Habib. And now the follow-up bomb from Velocity is coming in very hot to get some good damage onto the demo man. They're going to be able to clean that up. Knuckles doing a good job there. But the frags are so even on both sides, and the positioning is so scattered. It's hard to say who's going to get the better of this. Right now, the Uber gets forced off very early from Velocity, but Shade has it now. He's going to be surfing on top. Can't quite land on the up top, but Bandy will be able to take out Knuckles here. Is jumping very quickly, getting in the face of Kryptonite here. Might get taken down if Jarrett can hit one pipe. Finally, nice little rocket will be able to do some good work there. Blaze back in the fight once again. Almost gets taken down. He's so low on health. Does manage to sneak around thanks to the escape plan, and this fight is still going on, Marxist. It's so much action, but Shade is finally making the call, maybe to play a little bit more passively. No, he's going right in the face, getting Banny healed up. Blaze is sitting up top very comfortably. Bear needs to get out now. He's so low on health and so disconnected. Blaze jumping in, getting taken down, but 2 frags is very good because now froyotech do not have the numbers to contest here. Habib's gonna be backing down from lower, gets juggled into the air. Nice little point blank air shot to take him down, and now with 3 down, froyotech have to go to their lobby. That was a very long mid, Marxist. I've never seen 8 minutes on the clock at the end of the mid.
Well, and you always tell the players that are new, scouts win mids, but that mid was won by Velocity soldiers. They came through when it was really needed. They were the ones with the directs that got Banny off the top for a second and gave Jarrett a chance to reload. So now we're pushing into a sniper. We'll see what happens. Jarrett does take a pretty heavy shot there, but he'll be all right. But it is Banny on the sniper, man sniper. We'll see what they choose to do. Most likely, since Ubers are even, we'll see a suicide play. It looks like we're maybe getting that now out of Nuck. Yes, and Nuck has played sniper before, so I would guess that that's their go-to.
Blaze currently trying to find a way into this lower. Armalu does keep a spam shot ready to go, and the scout also keeping an eye on it. Blaze hitting amazing directs here, though. There's actually aggression from Saigai, and the Cheese is able to get enough damage out of Kryptonite for Bandy to clean up here. He's going to be backing out here, but in the face of Marmalu, might get taken out here if he can connect that shot. Not quite. Headshot from Eric. The sniper will be able to steady Marmalu's aggression in lobby. So now we're going to be seeing this very Star Trek-esque motion here in the lobby. It's kind of a neutral area. Bandy rushed forward, though. Broke the Geneva Convention of do not fight the lobby when we have a sniper in a demo. And he will get in the face and get taken down there.
Yeah, and now Nuck's gonna fall as well to the shotgun of Saigai. He's getting a lot of frags with that thing. And oh no, bad bounce for a beep. Oh, but unfortunately that soldier, I believe it was Marmalu, had those gunboats. And so does Kryptonite, and so neither of them could finish the job. And Eric's gonna fall here. Is basically Jarrett trying to defend this. Soldiers are going to come back, having reloaded their rockets. Saigai will fall. That is 3 down. You will likely never get a better chance to push.
Especially because the spawn waves are so scattered. Practically 1 apiece right now. The Uber exchange is going to be happening now on the point. Shamu might get taken down. Likely gets splashed there. Marmalu is ready to get into the fray. On top of Shade, doesn't really predict anything quite that well. And gets cleaned up by Blaze. And now it's 3 players on the side of Velocity falling down instead. But Kryptonite did manage to pick up onto Shade. And Jarrett will also pick up a frag onto Habib. Very nicely done there, but Eric will get into the face of Knuckles, who can't really defend himself when he's just a sniper, and the follow-up scouts are going to be able to take down Jarrett very easily. Bear has a lot of health here if he's getting pistoled down by Eric, and will be able to get 1 meat shot to clean this up potentially. Nice little juggle will be able to save them, though, thankfully from the respawn of Marmalu.
Yeah, when your Uber is mainly on a scout there, you can't successfully keep Froyo far enough away from you that they can't lock you out of the door. And essentially, Velocity tried to do the right thing there and push their team in behind the Uber, but the Froyo was right in their grills, and the spam killed them. And now there's a bomb from Saigai. It will not accomplish very much. Banny is exposed, but he is going to just surf right on out of there and be totally safe. Habib is damaged as well, but because Bear survived there and they managed to kill Shade, they now have huge Uber advantage. So they're going to try the other way to push last.
Which is run straight to the medic. Peppered on the left side. Shamu takes a rocket there. They're trying to get time, but there's actually a back cap attempt going on. If they can delay this long enough, froyotech could potentially get this, but no, the back cap is completely denied, and now it's just 2 players up. Banny's going to be jumping around while Shade tries to go for the saw. Can't do it. And Velocity takes a recovery round there. 2-1. froyotech still in the lead, but this half has a little bit of time left. froyotech just needs one more round to end it with 12 minutes left.
Yeah, plenty of time for somebody to get 3. But yeah, that was a good push into last. They got a little disorganized because I think Froyo behaved in ways they didn't expect. But here we go with another mid.
Yeah, Jared trying to see it on the point here. Keeping a little bit of pressure on the shack, making sure nobody can do it, but the scouts of froyotech are nowhere to be found. And actually, Penny jumps on top of the stickies, gets juggled, but the bomb from the froyotech soldiers will be able to get into the kryptonite, but they will get taken down immediately. And so now, no soldiers. Oh, but the scouts have peeked around the corner up top. They still have the high ground, Anakin. It's over. And Vanny will keep the pressure up. Nuck throwing some Rap Assassin ornaments across the way. Vanny's going to drop down on Jared here, who's going to take a lot of damage here. Can't quite get it healed up, and now Knuckles getting a little bit too deep here. Going to be exchanging 1-for-1 with Eric thanks to Shamu. But Vanny has got full health, gets peppered down, and now the stickies from Habib will take down Shamu. And Bear is nowhere near Jared's decision to back out. Ooh.
I was afraid you were missing it, Rose. That's why I jumped in.
That's scary.
Because that was not good. Bear had a great round last time, did some key saves, but that time, miscommunication all over the board.
Yeah.
But we see a bomb in there, and it didn't work at all. Froyo's gonna take second. They got tons of Uber advantage. And now we're Ubering in. Will they win?
Well, they got time on point. That's all you really need to get the cap, and stickies will be able to stop any players on the point. And that will be 3-1. Very simple, quick round from froyotech. 3-1 for the first half.
Well, Velocity had a great round last round, and then 3 regrettable rounds.
Let's pop over to the stats real quick. If you had to guess, who's top damaging?
Of banning.
By how much?
30.
30. That's yeah, no. He's got 423 DPM right now.
Solid.
And naturally he's top fragging. And also bottom deathing outside of the medics. Which is where Banny thrives, you know, that's his home. Is top frag, top damage, basically the least deaths. But his teammate Sabib, also doing a fair amount of damage and frags, 17 and 343, is only sitting 1 death behind him, and Saigai also very low on deaths. It's pretty much just Blaze currently top deathing on the side of froyotech. So, you know, these stats all paint a picture of a team that cannot be stopped. They've got all the frags, all the damage, and none of the deaths.
Yeah, that's hard to beat. But some of it, there have been pivotal moments, especially in the first 2 rounds that Velocity lost, where they had it if they would have just done things slightly differently. I think they're getting... I'm going to assume that last round was an aberration because they got blown up at mid and there was a mistake between the demo and the med as to which door they were getting out.
100%.
And that's a mistake that can happen to anybody. And so we'll take that as an aberration. Velocity is having a solid game if they can just clean things up just a tad. And maybe it'll get better. Maybe they just are in their groove now.
Yeah, do you think this is going to be the beginning of the reversed froyotech curse, where we have a fast round, and then we'll have a slow second half where Velocity plays the game they need to be playing, and they actually have that momentum, like you said?
Well, it may be bleeding out of them right now due to the halftime break. But you never know. We're starting the second half, Ro. Here we go. Will Velocity correct their small mistakes that are allowing Froyo to beat them? Or will Froyo just roll right on by and in years' time, Velocity will just be a distant memory of a time they lost a round on Snakewater.
Okay, that was close. You know, distance time. You almost had it there. I saw you were going there. But moving forward, Velocity currently sitting fantastically here, playing around the corner. They're waiting for Blaze. Blaze is finally getting in the face, straight across the point. Juggles up Jarrett, and the Stickies will be able to actually not even connect. Eric's gonna be the one to get that clean up, and now with Jarrett down, it's hard for Velocity to win this mid, but Knuckles gets behind and is currently pressuring some players, and Marley's also sitting in kitchen with no congestion, but unfortunately Bear was a little bit disconnected, couldn't quite find an escape route there, had Kryptonite behind him instead of in front of him. As a result, he died, but Knuckles and Marmaloo are currently trying to work together here. But Marmaloo's very low on health and has one opportunity to go for anything here, and he won't get it.
Yeah, Bear was, he was entrapped there. His team left him. 2 of his players were on the wrong side of the mid hiding, and he didn't really know where his boys were, so to speak. And then that led to a dead medic. So here we are back at last. Shade's got the full Uber. And it's basically all up to the off classes in Nuck and Marmaloo to put a stop to this and buy some more life.
Right now, we're going to be doing a radio-style cast while the production are fixing things with AMD graphic cards or whatever's happening. And right now, we got the players rushing in through the shutter. It's going to be, once again, Banny leaving the charge. The sentry gets taken down immediately on the right side. Habib is sticking off the point. Shamu's getting onto the point in the face of Banny, but Banny's just sitting in the corner waiting for everything to go away and finally to get the cap. Very clean and methodic, you know, everything you expect out of froyotech pushing in the last. Just get Banny in the corner, sticky the point, and wait for that cap to go down.
Yeah, and the key there was not a single Froyo player died pushing into last. That is solid. But here we go, another mid. They have arrived.
Over at this mid, we're going to be seeing how Velocity can come back. They lost a very quick round there. Had a chance to make something happen, and Marmaloo's going to be jumping around the corner very quickly in the face of Banny. Can't make anything happen, though. Velocity, Nuck gets taken down. Bear also died immediately. Psy and Blaze will go down, so no soldiers, but Shade will get the frag onto Kryptonite. It's a follow-up from Marmaloo. Couldn't quite get it done. Shade very low on health, though. But, you know, 30 health or 70 health, doesn't matter what he ends with. He still lived.
Yeah, and the reason Velocity are getting blistered right now is because the amount of Blaze is jumping directly across the point, and he should be resisted by Velocity's scouts. However, the amount of resistance that he is receiving is equivalent to that of a wet piece of paper towel. And so he gets directly across and just kills Bear, and the only person shooting at him is Jarrett. And Jarrett shouldn't pretty much never be shooting at a roaming soldier. And so they're getting toasted.
Yeah, the heat is on right now. No thermodynamics here. It's Velocity trying to defend as best they can. They're actually doing a much better job than previous attempts. But the soldier's getting very low. Blaze is going to get taken down, and Eric will also get taken down as well. Following up his Psy guy, he gets domed by the scout, and Banny's rushing around the point as best he can. Habib has to reload all his stickies. It takes a ton of spam here, and he's trying to escape out the drop down. He's going to double back into the face of Shamu, but gets rocketed by Marmaloo, and now somehow, miraculously, Velocity have held.
Yeah, a solid hold from them. Shade also barely escaped with his life. And we'll see if they want to push out here. It looks like they're going to test it out. Marmaloo's jumping around already, and they're on the point. And really, the only person showing any resistance is Habib. Oh, no. He's going to wipe out Marmaloo, and there is a bit of a back cap, but it is cleaned up. That was Psy Guy. There is also a sniper dot from Eric out here. He's not going to kill anybody yet, but Kryptonite is going to die in a sticky trap. And Nuck is going to die to stickies as well, but Blaze is going to be taken out by Jarrett. They're still fighting across here, and oh no, there goes Bear with the said shot. And that's going to be a clean win here for Froyo now. They do have Shamu running around. Shamu's got to make his move quick. Marmaloo is out here as well. He's going to get hit by the sniper. Shamu gets seen by the scout, and that is that.
Yeah, that was a last moment of opportunity there. Shade has full over, and they've got Eric the sniper. Going to be less of a fragging factor, maybe, potentially. He's going to be playing the snipe game from long distance, so he will be able to get the shot onto Kryptonite there, which will definitely set the pace for the rest of this push. It's almost all but done. One last soldier to take down, and that'll be it froyotech win it with a clean 5-1. Very reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, so Velocity looked pretty strong the second half, or first half. Second half, they had no scout presence on mid, and I didn't watch them specifically because I was so surprised at what I was witnessing that I can't tell you where they were during those times, but they certainly weren't blocking right down the pipe. And so Blaze was just getting in there and having moments of his life and killing Bear. So it's hard to win when you let Blaze do whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's true for practically
He's pretty
every player.
good.
If you don't take care of this player, he will punish you. That's the story.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I mean, not much to say here. It's just a friendly, happy little cast. froyotech. We can do a quick stat rundown so the players get their shoutouts.
Well, I will remind you though, there is a match being casted tomorrow, and I'm casting it with Corn Pop.
Yeah.
So we will be there, and it'll probably be at 11 o'clock Eastern time, judging if history is any indication.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you do the stats, Ro.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll talk about the stats and then we'll get into the plugs for tomorrow's match, which will be a doozy. We've got Banny who managed to break that 10K mark as expected. He hits 430 DPM. Habib also getting a little bit of DPM there. Couldn't quite break that 10K mark, but did hit 9,000 damage. Also keeping very close behind in frags, so those guys were having a very good game. And somehow, Shamu did a very good job on frags for his team, as well as Marmalou. They were doing the good damage, 20 frags, 15 frags. They were contributing. They were at least half the frags from Velocity overall. But it's pretty hard to win when, Knuckles dies 23 times with only 8 frags, but it's the game. It's very.
I'm gonna have to drive down and talk to that boy.
Yeah,
because I can almost see his house from my house. Not really.
Is that like a Sarah Palin thing?
No, yes, the equivalent. Because he lives about 40 minutes away from me, but I mean, I could theoretically walk there.
Yeah. Anyway, so there you have it. I mean, like, these stats are the same that we saw in the first half. Nothing's really changed. But yeah, Velocity did a good job with that one round. Very capable defense that one other round they also had, where they all was but lost. It was all but lost, and they somehow defended against a full Uber advantage. But froyotech, too strong.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We're moving on. This is
I'm still taking my parachute off.
Yeah, Marxist has landed, and he's now walking to Nuck's house for a ride home. Moving forward, froyotech versus Ascent tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday with Marxist and Corn Pop. It's gonna be a big one. Ascent fell from grace recently in their last spat against froyotech, but they have rebuilt their team. They do not have Rando now. They've replaced him with a player whose name escapes me.
Riveting stuff.
I'm clicking things. I'm looking things up.
That's what you have to do sometimes. I can forgive you, Ro, because you're not scheduled to cast that match. That's
why his name escapes me, because he's not an impact player in my mind.
Oh.
I don't think of him as a top 3 pocket. I think of him as that one guy who played an invite once.
Man, you're gonna have to blow down the barrel after those shots. All right, so you can see that tomorrow. You can see Ascent versus Froyo, the perennial match of the season, along with a quote, not top invite pocket showstopper, moonlighting with Ascent.
So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining us for this short and sweet little match. Velocity, certainly a great team. but can't find their stride when it comes to the top of invite. So maybe next time, Velocity. We'll see you the rest of the season. Thank you, Liam I3, for subscribing for 2 months in a row. Just gotta throw that out because this rarely happens. Someone subscribes during a cast. But anyway, if you want to keep up with some Team Fortress TV action, you know where to find us. teamfortress.tv. Links will be in the YouTube video. You can find us on Twitter. All kinds of good stuff if you want to keep up with our lovely Team Fortress action. We'll be seeing you for the rest of Invite as our playoff run continues and we see who takes those 3rd and 4th seeds. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Marxist, my co-caster, coming in, filling in at the last minute, and Consul, the cameraman. Huge ups to you, despite the camera issues. Thank you for fixing that as quickly as possible. And yeah, have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.